My action research project for this course is about professional learning communities, PLCs, in special education. This is for special needs students at lower elementary level in an international school in Albania. The problem at this international school was increasing number of special education students and lack of trained special education staff. The special education team at this international school found it difficult to reach every special needs student in the previous year. Increasing number of enrolled special needs students with the same staff as last year has been an increasing concern for this school year. So the question was how to help special ed students enrolled in this school with the limited staff. What is professional learning community? How does it work? What does it focus on? And how it is implemented? What is professional learning community? Professional learning community is made up of a group of educators who meet regularly to share their own expertise, experiences, to collaborate, and to improve their teaching skills with the focus of improving social and academic performances of their students. It is about teachers getting together and sharing experiences to learn from one another and starting a conversation that is educated and focused on the issues that they have with their students. How does PLC work? The process of PLC is an ongoing one, reflective of experiences that guide teachers to new and necessary practices. Environment is a supportive of unbiased opinions, collaborative, democratic, and ongoing conversation. Dialogue is the most important aspect of PLC, where teachers are comfortably communicate with one another their experiences and their practices. Focus is the student performance. It is expected that at the end of the PLC process, the students will be able to help more, thus they will increase their progress in their learning within the school. All of this dialogue creates an intellectual culture within the school that can only be nurtured by the school leadership. And the role of the leadership is one of the participants of the learners in the process of establishing the PLC. What does PLC focus on? The primary focus of the professional learning community is to figure out the best way to teach students so that the students reach their highest potentials socially and academically. Teachers do this by collaborating, sharing experiences through continuous scheduled meetings, and adjusting their practices constantly according to the new outcomes. Although this process is focused on the student performance, it is simply impossible without having the community members working together and learning from one another. Teachers must learn from one another's experiences, question the validity of these experiences so that they can be well prepared to help their students. In that note, PLCs not only help students achieve their highest potentials within their educational journey at the school, but also the PLC serve teachers as a professional development process for them to learn from one another and become better educators at the end of the day. PLC process in international school in Albania. Our first question at this international school was, how could we improve special education services to the increasing enrollment with the limited staff we have? If PLCs are utilized as professional development among teachers, where more teachers are aware and trained of the necessary interventions, the better help each student can receive. So could we use PLCs not only to as a professional development to train teachers, but also use it to understand our students better and provide even more help for every single special education student at International School in Albania. Implementation of PLC to extend the number of education staff to help students enrolled in special education program was my suggestion within my research project to this international school. The location is an international school in Tirana, Albania. Population, 1 lower elementary student who is identified as special needs student. This student is new to the school with a background from the previous school. He is a local student with a strong English background. He is not considered intensive English student. His command of English is very clear. So he's in a regular general classroom. He's placed in a general classroom. Challenges. The biggest challenge was the lack of time to see the desired result of the implementation of PLC at the international school. Because the nature of the PLC is an ongoing process, the amount of time that we have utilized to apply PLC process at the international school was not long enough for us to be able to see the results of the intervention. The second challenge was the lack of clear previous information of the student. Not a lot of information has been received from the student as a background. Thus, there has been challenges of understanding what the student's challenges are. The third challenge was that the size of specialized teachers such as music, art, PE, who were unaware of the daily struggles that this student faces due to his condition. And he is his condition is diagnosed as on the spectrum autism. The methods we used for this program, special education coordinator identified the teachers who are in contact with a lower elementary student who is on the spectrum. To speed up the process, teachers are extended a common worksheet where they can share their opinion of the student's strengths and the needs of the student, the way each teacher experiences. During face-to-face meeting, these challenges and interventions each teacher uses were discussed. Special education coordinator identified the interventions that worked and shared with everyone to utilize it to see if such intervention could be applied in other classes as well. Most interventions had to do with social interactions because this is where the student struggles the most. The feedback from the teachers were positive regarding being better informed of the student and the interventions that worked. They have seen positive improvements in the adjustments they made to their interactions with the student. The long-term result is yet to be seen, but the intervention was welcomed by the teachers as well as the administration. So what is the next step? The special education coordinator will continue to create time to meet with the PLC members, not only for the student who was chosen for this particular study, but also for the other students who are enlisted as special needs in the school. It is expected that ongoing feature of this intervention should yield positive results in a long-term evaluation.